Welcome to the Sisters Uncensored podcast, where we get into everything from childhood trauma to millennial adulting and all things in between.
We share crazy stories from the past and present to help us cope with the insanity that is our lives.
By sharing our perspectives, we hope to bring some relatability, laughter, and unsolicited advice that can help you survive the messiness of life along with us.
My name's Jessica Labita. I'm a millennial mom, wife, and marketing professional, and I am absolutely insane.
My name is Ashley Lanive. I am a millennial stay-at-home mom, avid golfer, and too mouthy for my own good.
We are real sisters, and this is Sisters Uncensored. Take this trip with us. Okay, so today we're going to talk about sports. Sports have always been a huge part of our lives. We were raised to be sports fans for pretty much everything. And there's so much going on today in society, different controversial things that are happening, some crazy stuff that I totally want us to touch on because it's pretty funny. Like heroes from our childhood, aka Mike Tyson, are fighting my kids' heroes in like July.
I'm totally here for this.
I cannot wait for this fight.
Me neither. I'm so excited. I want to see if he still got it.
Dude, have you been watching the training videos?
So listen, I saw a couple of different things on like Instagram or whatever, and just my opinion of it is I recall when he bit off Evander Holyfield's ear. I remember watching it in real time.
Yeah.
So I don't care. I don't know who Jake Paul is. I don't know anything about the guy. But all I know is if you witnessed Mike Tyson bite off Evander Holyfield's ear in real time, okay? Yeah. Like you don't know what kind of an animal you're dealing with here. This is next level shit.
Yeah. So our dad always had a scrambler on our TV when we were kids. So we got all the pay-per-view events and could watch them, like everything. So it was like a religious experience in our home. If there was like a big boxing match or a UFC fight, we were totally in it and watching it. So this Jake Paul guy is, I guess it's like him and his brother, and they're YouTube stars. Okay. My kids are like obsessed with them. Well, Trey mostly, like the boys. I don't know if it's him or his brother, but they created the company Prime, like the drink.
Okay.
Prime.
Yeah. I know it's a big hit right now.
Yeah, all the kids like collect the Primes. They put out like rare ones. It's like a huge thing.
Okay.
So this guy's like a marketing genius, and somehow got into, I think, UFC.
Oh, okay.
And like he's been a legit fighter for quite some time, and I don't know if it's like the absence of Conor McGregor or what, but
I love Conor McGregor.
Somehow this whole Mike Tyson, Jake Paul thing came to be.
I mean, I don't know if they're doing it for charity or whatever, but I just am so excited to see Mike Tyson back in a ring, and especially with somebody like way younger.
Yeah, 30 years younger. It's insane.
But I don't think people understand. Like, if you witness somebody bite off a piece, like if I bit off your finger, probably nobody's gonna ever want to fight with me. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, dude, she bit her sister's finger off.
Well, and you have to remember too, like back then, he was like a badass Mike Tyson. Like he was going to jail for rape, I think, in like the early 90s.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So he was like, I feel like the first like professional athlete that they were trying to cancel, and he was like, "Fuck you, bitch! Like I'm a bad boy. I am here for it." And like he embraced that shit so hard, and like went on to have a movie career and all this other shit. So like for us growing up, he was like a bad boy hero.
He gave,
and he kicked the shit out of everyone.
Yes, he did. He definitely did. He gave like the face tattoo.
Oh my God.
A fucking place on earth, as far as I'm concerned. Like I don't know of anybody who was famous before him with face tattoos.
No.
And not like a teardrop. Like that thing is epic.
Full face tattoo.
Do you remember Dad got that done on his face for my daughter's birthday party? That was so funny. We had a face painter and Dad. We should put that picture.
I definitely have a picture of our dad
with the Mike Tyson face paint.
Face paint. It's
amazing. At a 4-year-old's birthday. That was sick.
So this fight's happening in July. I am watching it. I've been watching their like training videos and seeing how they're like each warming up and preparing. And I'm telling you right now, Mike Tyson is going to fucking murder this child.
I think so too. So I saw them I don't know, is it like the weigh-ins or something, or they just do it for press where they like line up and they kind of like give it like one of these things with their hands usually or whatever and like stare off. And Jake Paul was like very animated, excessively animated. I don't know if that's his thing. Like I said, I don't really know
like
that
kind
guy.
of being a dick, right?
Yeah, like he was like being antagonistic a little bit.
Right.
And Mike Tyson was just laughing at him. I'm like, oh my God, Mike Tyson's going to kill you. That's what's going to happen. You're going to go down. You're going to end up like paralyzed or something. I don't think this guy has any idea what he's getting himself into.
No, it's freaking Mike Tyson.
I can't wait.
I know. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
We have to watch it at Dad's.
Yes, we definitely need to watch it with Dad. We used to watch all this stuff growing up. Like, I remember being young kids watching like UFC, like back in the day. This was like early 90s, and then it got banned because like
I remember that.
Like so many states or something put like bans on like whatever kind of fighting, street fighting or whatever, grapple fighting, whatever they called it.
There was no rules.
Yeah, it was violent.
It was vicious.
And this is what we did as children.
I know. Yeah,
we wonder why we are the way we are.
It's like, yes, it's fight night. We're like 10.
Yes. And then it like went away for a while. And then Dana White brought it all back. I think like in the late like 2010s or whatever, like somewhere around there, 2015, 2016, it all came back.
He came back with a vengeance.
Yes, with a vengeance. And
I agree.
It's like a whole new revolution of like fighting. I don't know any of the really current fighters.
I don't know. I know Conor McGregor.
I know they've had like reality shows and like all kinds of shit, but anyway, I don't really know.
A reality show.
There's UFC
queen.
reality
I've never
shows.
seen one. Then I'll watch it.
Oh no, they're
I'm
totally
here for
are.
it.
So I'm super pumped. I cannot wait to see this go down. I really think this kid is going to die. I think he's going to be permanently injured.
I hope he doesn't die. I just hope he gets put in his place. Because
So
I'm
here's the
telling you, he was
question.
very animated at that.
Is it a
face-off.
boxing match or is it a UFC fight?
I think it's a boxing match.
Okay.
Well, Mike Tyson's not a UFC fighter.
No,
he
I know,
only
but I
boxes.
think Jake Paul is a UFC fighter.
Yeah, but again, this is where we come back to like not all thumbs are fingers, but not all fingers are thumbs. Okay. I'm just saying, we were just talking about that, total sidebar, but whatever. Anyway, I think what it is like Jake Paul can box.
Yeah.
But Mike Tyson like can't be a UFC fighter. Like that's a different.
Yeah.
That takes like years and years of training. I mean, if you're a UFC fighter, I would imagine it's easier to move over to boxing than vice versa.
Yeah, I mean it's a totally different like set of skills. Like one is like a martial arts and one is boxing.
Yeah,
They're just not the same.
I don't know. I can't wait.
I know.
I'm so looking forward to it.
I'm so pumped. I cannot. I'm like ready for him to actually kill this guy. But yeah, when he bit Holyfield's ear off, I feel like I was in a hotel with Dad. I thought we were on vacation because I remember us vaguely like sitting at the foot of a bed. This could have been a different Tyson Holyfield fight, but they fought a couple times. And I remember like we were on vacation and got pay-per-view sent to the hotel room as kids to watch this fight.
I don't know if that was the fight that he bit his ear off. Because I remember us being at Aunt Morphine's, believe it or not. And like she had a huge TV, and I remember all of us like out of our seats in her living room, like getting this close to the screen, looking for the piece of ear.
Oh God!
And then the ref like picking it up, and we were like, "Oh, he bit his fucking ear off!" Oh my God, that was nuts.
Yeah, that was insane.
I don't know, whatever. It was a good time. I liked it.
I'm fun. I'm like so excited for
What are the
this.
odds he bites off another appendage?
I mean, what does he have to lose? He hasn't done anything.
A whole lot of nothing.
I mean, money, I guess. But
Would you lose the money if you bit off his ear?
I don't know, maybe. I don't know. There's
I wonder
like
if there's-
penalties in sports all the time now.
I wonder if it's like in his contract. like
You cannot bite anyone.
No fingers, no toes, no ears, no lips. Don't bite his nose. All right.
Imagine he like just
Not
like
Batman.
comes right in, like gets him by the jugular like a lion or
That'd
something.
be hilarious.
What was the animal that he was in the bathroom with?
The tiger.
Yeah, like imagine he just comes in like a tiger,
Mike
like
Tyson
in The
has a
Hangover,
tiger.
and he's just like bites the guy's neck.
That'd be
right off.
hilarious. Oh my God.
It would be pretty funny.
Well, we'll have to update after we watch it because that's going to be.
I'm so psyched.
I am too. I can't wait. I hope it lasts a little while too. I don't
I
want it
know.
to be like a one and done.
I don't know. I'm telling you, I've been watching the training videos. I think this, like, Mike Tyson is so fucking fast still. The way he's throwing, like, shots when he's beating the pads and stuff. And then I watch the kid and I'm like,
Doesn't stand a chance?
no, I don't think so.
Well, we will find out.
I hope it's exciting at least. The adorable outfits Ashley and I are wearing in today's episode have been provided by our sponsor, Cased Clothing. Cased is located at 645 Cookman Ave in Asbury Park. You can shop online at www.casedclothing, that's Cased, K-A-S-E-D, clothing.com, or follow them on Instagram at Cased, K-A-S-E-D_clothing. Use promo code SISTERS15 for 15% off of your in-store or online shopping.
Okay, so let's move on to a couple other things in sports. I mean, I'm sure just about everybody saw the roast of Tom Brady.
Yes.
I loved it.
It was good.
I loved it for multiple reasons. First of all, Rob Gronkowski is gigantic.
He is huge.
I was looking at Kevin Hart on it, right? And he like is just trying to get his elbows onto that podium. And then the next thing you know, Gronk comes up and like his junk, he could like rest on the fucking podium. I don't know if anybody noticed that. I was like, it was like, he could have, I'm just saying, like, he could have like totally hammered down right on top of the podium.
Speaking of hammered, he was definitely wasted.
How about when he smashed the shot glass? Like,
oh yeah,
I was like, oh my god, this guy's fucking nuts. I love it.
Yeah, he was pretty funny.
I love when he went off script. It was like my favorite. Every time he would go off script, I'm like, oh my god.
I don't know. I'm not like, so I like Tom Brady, right? Like he's a great football player and everything, but seeing him on the roast, I'm like, bro, you need to lay off the facial stuff. Like,
so
he looks plastic.
Here's what I when I watched it, I don't know, maybe I never thought this of him, but like, is there like suspicion that he's gay?
Yes.
Because there were so many
pretty.
But yeah, but I mean, like, there were so many gay jokes. I was like, is this like a thing that's like known, and I don't know that he's like.
So they said he like won't. I guess in the beginning of his career or whatever, he wouldn't like shower with the other guys, and I don't know if that's because like he was like a squishy fat kid when he first started. He didn't always look the way he looks now. I mean,
no. Have you
money
seen
makes
his draft?
You beautiful.
Did you see his draft picture?
Yeah, he was like not anything special. No, no. It was funny.
It was really funny.
I was not a fan of what's his face. Will Ferrell when he came out as Ron Burgundy.
Let me tell you why
I love Ron Burgundy, and I'm like, I don't know. I like, how many times can you bring back a joke? Like, it was good the first time, and you keep doing it.
I understand.
In my opinion, I'm like, it was funny the first time.
My favorite thing about his portion of it was when he called, obviously, Tom Brady's like, you're Eli Manning's bitch.
Yes, that was hilarious.
And the reason it's so funny to me is because, in my opinion, and I'm a Giants fan, like born and bred, diehard Giants fan.
We both were.
But like Eli Manning is like the Forrest Gump of like quarterbacks. Totally. You know what I mean? Like I feel like
I've actually seen him speak
like
live, like at an event, and he's actually very Southern. So I think that because he's Southern, he speaks slower. It's just like different pace.
Don't you remember though, like his interviews? He'd always be like, "Oh, it was a great time this time. We did a really good job." But he's like the Forrest Gump. I feel like, of quarterbacks.
He is articulate, I think, and he's like a really smart guy. But I think because he's Southern, he's just slow paced, and it makes him come off very Forrest Gumpy. Plus, I mean, he's got that forehead. It's not helping him. I mean,
I don't know. He's like very. Honest. He just reminds me of Forrest Gump when he speaks, and I'm like, if I was going to be a Tom Brady and be someone's bitch, I don't want to be Forrest Gump's bitch.
Well. Oh, so you're talking about Eli, not so much Peyton.
No, nobody's talking about Peyton.
Oh, Peyton. I was talking about Peyton.
Are you
because
fucking
Peyton
serious?
is the one who came out.
Do you pay attention?
I know. It was funny that he said he was Eli's bitch, but Peyton is the one who I've seen speak.
That's why I'm saying.
And he's retarded too.
No, Peyton's my favorite. I love Peyton.
No, he talks like he's from the South, and he sounds like
it.
Like same. They're
Eli's
both like
the one
that.
Who talks like
they're both like that.
That's just like what I think when like I don't know. I think of Eli Manning. So that's why I'm like. I was gonna be somebody's bitch. I don't want to be fucking
nicest guy.
The Forrest Gump of football's bitch.
Yeah, fair. I'm like I'm done with the Giants. Over them.
I'm so sick of you saying that.
Ugh, I hate them.
You're such a fucking sellout.
I don't care. Listen, I've been a Giants fan my whole life. They haven't done shit in God knows how many years.
Where is your loyalty?
I'm done. My loyalty is to the players that I love.
What are you talking about? You're married to a Mets fan. How can you even say something like that?
I'm not a Mets fan, though, so it doesn't matter.
Yes, I've seen you in Mets gear.
I have
pictures.
I will. I support the little brother.
Wait. Before you switch teams on me, I just want to go back to one other thing about the Tom Brady thing with him like being suspected of being gay. I was like, once I started hearing all these gay jokes, I was thinking to myself, like, I'm noticing mannerisms of his now while I'm watching him like get roasted. Mm-hmm. Like, he definitely drinks with his pinky up. Did you notice
I feel like they all did.
It was like a lot of pinky action.
I mean,
and his legs were very close together a lot. I'm like, what's going on? I don't know. It was like, I noticed, I'm telling you, a few different things about him. And why did they keep making fun of his hair?
I wonder if he has a transplant or something, possibly. He's had a lot of work done, obviously.
Well, I mean,
and not that
nobody has
wrong
that
with
chiseled jaw,
right? But
naturally,
he's starting to look like fake, like plastic.
Yeah,
like
he
a
does
wax
kind of
figure.
look plasticky. I don't know. When he started talking and he started roasting everybody else, I'm like, oh, okay.
No, okay. So now we're going back to the Giants because I need to get this off my chest.
Get it off your chest.
I am a Michigan football fan, which is my connection to Tom Brady because he was obviously from Michigan. So they had a new quarterback that is being drafted this year into the NFL, J.J. McCarthy, and he's supposed to be like the next Tom Brady. Like, he's that good. And he is. He's really that good. So the Giants, who have sucked for God knows how long and had this stupid Danny Dimes quarterback who, in my opinion, isn't doing shit because they brought in that little Guido backup who was like a superstar from Jersey, of course, which is why he's awesome.
Okay.
But anyway, Danny Dimes is done. So the Giants have the opportunity to draft the next fucking Tom Brady, JJ, and they don't draft him. They passed and picked a running back or a wide receiver, or some guy that I don't even, he's supposed to be good, but I'm like, come on.
I don't know. I know a lot of people were upset by that, and I get it. I don't know.
I can't. I'm over it. I'm over them. I'm done. I'm not a Giants fan anymore. I'm converting to a Lions fan. I love the Lions because they have Aiden Hutchinson, who is like the man. He is the nicest guy. I am a super fan of his, and I am all in for Detroit. I'm a Lions fan now. I'm done with the Giants. Watch, they'll win the fucking Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, I was going to say, I hope you lose
publicly.
every Super Bowl pool and the Giants come back and just
the Lions are winning the
away.
Super Bowl this year.
Don't talk shit about my Giants.
And
right?
wait, the worst part is the freaking Vikings are the ones who drafted JJ, and they're like the Lions' biggest rivals.
Yeah.
I'm like, so now, But the Giants play the Vikings the first week of the season.
Okay, you're very excited.
I am.
Are you like super, super into this because your kid plays football? Is that what it is?
It's just football. Football is the best sport on the planet.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it also makes some pretty stupid people. Gronkowski. Sorry.
Listen, if that guy came up to you in a bar and was like, hey, there's not a chance in hell you're going to be like, no.
Well, I mean, his height is very nice, but he's like, I'm not attracted to dumb. I can't do dopey.
Nobody said you got to keep him.
I mean,
you could just take it for
I
a
take
ride.
It for a ride.
Right.
I take it for a ride.
That's it. It's a hall pass.
That's actually really funny.
I mean, look at the size of the guy. Can you imagine? He's like, and he comes out in a towel, and it's like.
I wonder. Did you notice how Kevin Hart was like next to him?
Yeah, he's so tiny. He's like our size.
That was hilarious.
I think he's 5'5".
I think he's 5'3".
So like he's my height.
Yeah,
literally
5'2".
He's so cute.
He is. He's all right.
His personality makes up for his.
He's hilarious.
Little height.
I don't know. When they made the dig at him about Diddy, I was like, oh.
Diddy is a disaster.
Ew, he's gross.
Yeah.
Gross.
No.
Anyway, let's keep it moving here. Did you, now I'm a golfer. All right. So anybody who knows me knows I love to golf. And Scotty Scheffler was arrested just before a major tournament last week. And
so I watched parts of the PGA Tour PGA Championship, I guess it
Yes.
was. I watched some of it last weekend.
Okay.
I think it was last weekend.
Okay.
I watched some of it.
So he was going to the second round,
Okay.
and there was an accident. One of the people who were working got hit by one of the buses, like the shuttles.
What?
And died.
Oh my gosh.
Rest in peace. I know his poor family. I can't even imagine. So Scotty Scheffler was driving to the course, and there's all this traffic and chaos and mayhem everywhere. And the police, I guess, gave him instructions trying to tell him he couldn't get through the normal way that you were supposed to go through. There was a misunderstanding in communication because Scotty went to go where he thought they were directing him.
Okay.
This is how it's been reported anyway. And apparently, dragged the cop, with his car.
Oh my God.
10 yards. It wasn't that far. You'll be fine.
Oh my God, that's so far.
So it's a big thing right now because he got booked down in jail, got his mugshot, was released, had to rush to the tee box,
And he got back in time to play?
Yeah, he did.
And did he win?
No, he didn't win.
Oh, okay.
No, he
That
didn't.
sucks.
He played better the first day. I think he had a lot on his mind.
Yeah,
okay,
fair,
it's a very
fair.
mental sport. Cut the
That
guy some slack.
sucks.
But yeah, and he released a statement basically saying he absolutely respects the police. They
Right.
were doing their job. He totally understood. But it was a miscommunication. He thought that they were directing him to go one way. And I guess they weren't. So they thought he was basically not listening to orders. And
Did he, is he in trouble?
yeah, he has felony charges against him.
Oh God, aggravated police?
Yeah,
Stuff?
basically
it's worse because it was a police officer?
not complying with the police officer's commands and things
Oh,
like that.
no.
So they took him out, booked him, then they came and got him. I was like, oh my God. Scotty Scheffler's the nicest guy. He seems I don't know, he's very nice, normal guy. It kind of made me laugh. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this.
Oh, that sucks.
I know. I think it's going to get dropped. If you ask me, it'll get dropped. Here's one of the things
hope
about it.
So
I read
especially if it was a true
is
accident.
an honest mistake. Exactly.
Was the police officer hurt?
So the police officer went to the hospital to get checked out. His pants were destroyed.
Oh.
His $80 pants. I wonder where those pants are. I'd kind of like to get my hands on those and sell
Because
them.
he got dragged?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, that sucks.
I don't think he was severely hurt or anything but either way, they came out with a statement yesterday saying that the police officer's body cam wasn't on. So that's what I've been waiting to see. I'm where's the body cam footage? I got to see how.
Aren't they supposed to have that on it all
Yeah,
times?
so he's the police officer's getting in a lot of trouble for that.
Sucks.
So,
The poor guy gets dragged by a car and is in trouble because his camera wasn't on.
I know, and it's honestly, if you ask me, I think it's really just a miscommunication. I just can't see Scheffler being "fuck you, I'm going through."
Right.
Right. Especially, it's not they're making him go the scenic route. Somebody died.
I mean, it also sounds like he probably should have been there a little earlier.
It was 6:30 in the morning.
Oh.
His tee time was 10:15. He went there to work out.
Okay, that sucks.
Yeah, and get himself
So he
ready.
was there early.
Yeah, he was there early.
Oh
It
my
was.
God.
I think it was a series of unfortunate events.
Have you seen this kicker from Kansas City, Harrison?
Heard a little bit about
Butker
this
or whatever.
Yes.
So he did some kind of a commencement speech at a college. I don't know if it was his college or whatever, but he.
I think it was his, right?
I'm assuming so.
All right.
But he addressed the audience saying something about the women who were graduating, how they had gone through this 4 years of school, and that most of them are probably happy to just be a wife and a mother. And the media, I feel took this and twisted it to make it seem like a very degrading thing to women, that they're expected to just live in the kitchen and in the house, and the husband's supposed to work and they're supposed to serve the family. And that's really not, I don't think, what he was saying. I think he was just saying as a woman, from his wife, knowing with being with his wife,
right,
that one of the happiest times in her life was graduating college, but it was also getting married and having children.
Yeah,
and so
I see.
I can say from my perspective, being a wife and a mother, to me, that
surpasses any promotion you ever got in your career.
Or, right, graduating college or
Yeah.
anything else, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of what he meant, but of course they like take it and run with it, that it's like this whole thing. And so now it's become this debate, which is ironic because we just talked about this on one of our past episodes about like stay-at-home moms and how basically he's insinuating that a woman should be a stay-at-home mom.
Okay, so from the clips that I did hear of it, I didn't take it that way, and I am a stay-at-home mom. I didn't take it that way. I felt like he was just kind of giving credit to that being a job in and of itself. I know, like, he said something about, I want to say, like, you don't have to have a career, or, you know, you've kind of been poisoned to think that you have to have a career or something along those lines. I don't want to say verbatim.
Yeah, I think he made some other statements too that pissed people off, like aside from this statement about being like a woman and being home, and they were around like Catholic, something like very religious, and then there was something else about like that the world is polluted to believe that like something about the LGBTQ community. Like he said something, pride. I think he said something negative like about pride or something. Oh, okay. And so I think it was probably a combination of all three things that like set the liberal media into a tizzy.
Okay.
Now
they had a lot to jump on.
Yeah. And I mean, and he also quoted Taylor Swift. He made some sort of like my teammate, blah, 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 and made a quote from Taylor Swift. So I think it was like those four things happened and they just took it and like ran with it.
Well,
and then people are such dicks. They're like, who is this guy? He's just the kicker. Like, he doesn't even have like a real spot on the team. And I'm like, yo, that's the guy that won all the games for them, that like sent them into the Super Bowl and what have you. Like, he's a very important player. Like,
you need a kicker. You definitely need a kicker.
They actually put out like a petition to try to get signatures to get him fired off of the team.
What, over the speech?
I don't know who they is, but yes, over this speech.
All right. Well, here's what I can say from the pieces that I did hear and what I do know about it. I didn't take it the way that it was like offensive to women. I'm a woman. I wasn't offended by it. Maybe I'm not offended by it because I am a stay-at-home mom, but I had a career as well. And it wasn't like I was planning to be a stay-at-home mom. I wasn't planning on being a homemaker or a wife or anything like that. I was focused on a career until I found out I was having my daughter. And my perspective completely changed. And I respect both. Like,
right.
I do think, and I don't know if maybe this is what he was getting at when he's saying like you're being polluted or in some way or shape or form or whatever, but I do think it's ingrained in women now that you are to be a wife, a homemaker, a mom, and expected to have a career. I do think that's a thing. And I don't think that we should be expected to have a career. I think these are jobs too. Yeah. Like, these are absolute jobs. It's a thankless one at that, with no raises, no fucking promotions. You don't get a pat on the back, you know. So I don't think it's fair that you should have to feel obligated to do all of them.
I think too, like, as a professional athlete, you have a platform to say your piece, where a lot of people don't have that opportunity. And I think in society today, you can use your platform to say certain things, but you can't use it to say other things. And if you say these things, it's okay. But if you say these things, you're an asshole.
Yeah, basically. No, that's part of the cancel culture bullshit. Right. I'm not here for that.
No.
I'm not here for that at all. Listen, if you don't agree with them, just disagree.
It's contradictory.
Walk away. Who fucking cares?
Yeah. No.
Who cares? Listen, people say things all the time on TV that I don't agree with, or on the radio, or on podcasts, or on social media. Just because I don't agree with it doesn't mean like I stop my life to sit here and protest it. I don't give a shit. All right, we can just agree to disagree and walk away.
I think that's the problem. It's like everyone can have their perspective. It's fine. You don't have to agree with people, but they have a platform where they can say these things, and we allow that platform to all of them. Mm-hmm. We have for years, especially in the NFL. So like, you can have it one way and not the other. It's not.
I get it.
It's hypocritical.
It's definitely hypocritical.
And then I think also like the teams and the NFL, they put out statements being like, we don't agree with him. Why are you taking a stand either way? Like, I don't know. I feel like everyone needs to just, if you don't believe in it, like to your point, or you don't agree with somebody, move along.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think they should have chose a side. I don't think anybody should be telling anyone what they can or cannot say. listen, everybody's beliefs might not always align, and it's fine. Like, it's fine. It's
and even if
fine
you,
to disagree. I
You
just
bring
don't
it back
see
to the
big
Tom
deal.
Brady roast. Like, they said some fucked up shit.
Oh my God.
I mean, they ripped everyone on that roast.
Oh.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
But this guy talks about religion and hating Joe Biden and loving the fact that he has a wife who's home with his children, and that was a memorable thing for him and her. Like,
Yep.
And he's outcast from society. Like,
Meanwhile, you got Jeff Ross, who's like, oh, congratulations, Kevin Hart, on winning the Mark Twain Award.
Yeah,
Mark
right.
Twain, we're here.
And they were ripping Jeff Ross for being Jewish. Like, they
Yeah.
were talking about all kinds of shit. Like,
All kinds of gay jokes, all kinds of everything. Like,
Yeah.
come on. I don't get it.
It's
I mean,
such a double standard. And like, you got to think, I mean, I get it that it's not the NFL, but like the actual Netflix roast, even though it's all NFL people, it's not the NFL that put that out. It was Netflix, but
they all
there's
participated.
an affiliation there.
Like, come on, yeah.
Right. Like,
absolutely.
I don't know.
And you have Bill Belichick there, who, by the way, was like, I think he realized he was like the grumpy old man in the neighborhood who's like served in like a serious war.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's like, I'm going to teach you some respect.
Yeah.
I love him. I think he's so funny like
great
that.
because, again, I think the media like twisted the fact that like Tom and his relationship was so horrible after he left for Tampa Bay, and it's like, that's his mentor, dude. He's been his coach forever. He gave him everything he has.
Like, and he understands, like, you have to understand that the guy's going to do what's best for his career and himself. Why wouldn't he?
Right.
I would expect Bill to do the same thing. Like, come on, who cares?
But apparently he can't get a job, and they keep ripping him
Oh,
about
maybe at that high school, though.
Oh. Listen, you can come help my husband coach the Vernon Vikings. We're here for it. I would welcome Bill Belichick.
Start a petition for that. You should call him. Send him an email.
Can you imagine? Like, come up to Jersey. We're here.
That'd be hilarious.
I don't know. Anyway.
Good God.
We can wrap it up. There's just so much going on in sports today. There's so much controversy. Like, there's so much hypocrisy. There's all kinds of just like crazy shit that's happening constantly. And I love it. I'm excited for these fights. I look forward to seeing like how this is going to net out with this Jake Paul, Mike Tyson thing. I'm pumped.
Me too. I feel like it's going to be very nostalgic. I'm very here for it.
And I think this whole like people speaking their minds and saying things that they believe in with these sports platforms and having the ability to act however they want, have at it. But
agree to disagree.
Nobody gets to say who's wrong or who's right. Then let everybody say what they want. And
that's right.
Let it be, because you can't be like appalled by one person and not by another. It's bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit. That's very hypocritical. All right. Well,
yeah.
All in all, some good sports.
I'm excited.
That was really good.
Yeah, I can. This Jake Paul fight. I'm ready.
Me too. All right. Well, let's wrap it up. That was really good. And everybody follow us on social media. Listen to us, like, subscribe, share, and maybe share some of your funny sports stories if you have any. We'll see you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.